So this week my subscribers graciously allowed me to redraw their OCs. Now out of the 5 submissions, I did end up just drawing 3. So shout out to the 3 that I picked. Y'all ate that. But with that, sit back, relax, grab some snacks. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. Don't attack me. Like, that was literally just a joke. Okay, so this first OC is from my subscriber named Appleby, so shout out to Appleby. Now, this was the first one that I did. In fact, all these are in the order of which I did them. So I changed the pose up a couple of times, but I knew from the beginning that I wanted her to be kind of inside of the necklace, because in the image it does say that that is her mom's necklace. So I was like, okay, that would be like really cute to highlight her inside of her mom's necklace. So I definitely kept that since like the very beginning. Now this beginning stage of the sketch, I kept it kind of loose because I knew I was only going to go over it again with more line art. That's something I've been getting into a lot lately, just because, I don't know, I like when you can visibly see the line art in the actual art. I think it just looks more like art. So that's something that I've been kind of developing a bit in my style. There's a lot of artists that do it. In fact, I think all the artists that I follow right now on Instagram, even like Pinterest and stuff, they have their line art showing in the actual art. And I'm like, that is like, I love the look of that. I think that's like one of my favorite types of art, is when you can just see the line art. So that's something I definitely have been practicing a lot. So I made sure to play with my line weight a bit and maybe like the depth of the line art. So some lines will be lighter, some lines will be like darker, because I was like, that definitely, in my opinion, makes a difference when you want your line art to show like like I was saying, it definitely makes a difference when you are doing your line art. So I made sure to pay attention to that as well. I think this pose reference was like Brandy. And I don't know why, y'all, like the original image ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny to this character in the original image. But for some odd reason, I was like, yeah, she gonna crack the biggest smile on earth. Like, I don't know why I did that, but I just thought the pose was cute when I had seen it. And I didn't really diverge from the pose at all. I said, the reference is smiling, the character gonna be smiling. But honestly, ain't nothing funny. Like I said, yo, this character is the most serious looking character ever, and I gave her a smile, and I think that is so funny. But I absolutely do love the way that I ended up rendering this face on this character. I wanted to keep it kind of a bit looser. I wanted it to be kind of like a cell shaded look. And I've been practicing with that a lot lately. Sometimes it turns out good, sometimes it doesn't. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. I think this is one of the good times though, so I'm really happy about that. I made sure to add in like her makeup and I think her piercings as well. But y'all know what I did forget now that I'm looking back at this recording? She doesn't even have the necklace on from the original image. Like, oh my god. Genuinely, I think I was so hung up on putting the necklace outside that I didn't even peep that it's not even in the actual, it's not even on the character. And mind you, in the image it literally says her mother's necklace, and I forgot it. So don't be like me, pay attention. Sorry, Appleby, I apologize for that. I really do hope you like it though. I think it kind of ate like a little low key. But yeah, this one was super duper cute. It reminded me a lot of the blueberry from Strawberry Shortcake. What's her name? Blueberry Shortcake? Blueberry Pie? It gotta be like Blueberry Pie. I swear it's like Blueberry Pie or something. But it really reminded me a lot of that character, and I thought that was so cute. And that was what I kept thinking of when I was like drawing this character and rendering it. I was like, wow, this look a lot like Blueberry Pie. Is her name Blueberry Pie or Blueberry Tart? Something like that. It's gonna be Blueberry something, but yeah, I thought this was super duper cute. I love the way I did the hair. I was thinking a lot about like Arcane a lot when I was doing the hair, so I definitely pulled from that a bit, and it reminded me a lot of Arcane because of the so many layers of color that I actually ended up doing. And that's another thing that I've been working on a lot, was like just adding more colors. I realized that a lot of the art that I like, it looks really good because there's just a lot of colors going on, whether it's monochrome or not. Like, there just needs to be more color to add more depth and to just push it more. So that's something I've been playing around a lot with. And I think going from like dark to light but then going even lighter with the hair was a very, very smart decision, and I really love that I did that. But all in all, I really like how this one turned out. It is the first one, and I'm really excited to send this out to Applebee. I'm actually going to send all of you guys the actual images. I'm going to email them back to you. And yeah, this one is really, really lovely. And let's get into the next one. Okay, so this second OC is by my subscriber Moondrip High. Shout out to you. And this one is actually, I'm gonna say it right now, y'all, this one was my favorite drawing that I did. It's mainly because I just really liked the pose of it all. But before I get too much into it, she sent like a little description, like a little blurb of what the character is about. So the character's name is Alejandro. He's about 40 years old. He has a high fashion brand that makes many different products but specializes in real furs. He is Catholic but still believes in many old traditions in it, like anything abnormal being witchcraft, but most of all, he loves wolves. So that is pretty much the main, like, I guess, plot point of his character, and that's where he pretty much gets all of his clothing from, because he hunts the wolves in the name of divinity. So they pretty much said that the character is kind of like Corella DeVille and Judge Cloud Frollo if they were like kind of fused into one. And they said he's also Spanish, from Spain to be specific. And I was like, that ate. I was like, I really need to get on my OC storylines, because that was actually really good. I envisioned the entire story in my head. So shout out to Faith, and they actually, my fault, sent a bunch of different photos with like the characters. So I'm gonna put those on screen as well to show you guys. Now, the reason why this one is my favorite, like I said before, it's mainly the pose. I really like the way this like sketch turned out, to the point where like I didn't even want to render it. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I actually was just going to be like, I ain't rendering this, bro. Like, I just really like the way it looked. Like the sketch, I actually let it sit, which I have to stop doing that, but I do that a lot. Like when something turns out really good, I have to just let it sit and marinate, because I almost cannot believe that I actually did that. But I really did love this sketch, and I liked how sketchy it actually ended up looking. So I wanted to keep that in this image as much as possible. So this entire sketch that you're seeing, that is the final sketch. I just cleaned it up. I didn't do a second sketch on top of that. And I've also been playing around with that as well. I'm not really a big fan of it yet, maybe because I just have not mastered it yet. But I do prefer doing like a rough sketch and then a final line art layer. But this time I did not do that, and I actually did enjoy the way it turned out. So I kind of just did the run-of-the-mill sketch, cleaned it up with the base colors. Now for this one specifically, I didn't really fully render it. I kind of just added the base colors, and then you'll see later on that I kind of added I added shadows and lighting on top of that. And then I tried to, I guess, use the lighting to carve out shadows in a sense. Now, I don't know if that's like a technique that people use. I have no idea. Like, I swear I've seen someone do it before. But then when I was doing it, I'm like, I don't even know if that looks right. That's why I won't be doing lighting, because literally, I'm like, what the hell happened? Not that it turned out bad, but I don't think that was how the technique works. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just don't think that's how the technique works. Do still love it though. Definitely love it, probably without the shadow. I do like how the raw colors ended up looking, but I did want to add this lighting effect, because I was like, the glowing eyes would be cool, the lighting shining through would be cool. I just need to practice a bit more in order to execute it well. Like that right there, I think I could have kept it like that. Like in the beginning, when it was just the carved out on his forehead and his nose, I probably could have kept it like that. But then I just kept doing too much. Like, look at me just freestyling on the art, not following no plan. I didn't have any reference photo, so I was just winging it, y'all. Like, I was genuinely just winging it. But I actually might go back and fix the lighting before I actually send it to Moondrip High, just because like I want it to be something that I'm really happy with before I send it out. I'm honestly not sure yet. I gotta see. I usually don't go back and work on things once I finish them, but this just might be a special case. And then once I had did all of the shadows, I went back over top of it again with the lighting, because I'm pretty sure that's something that you do. I haven't done it in the past, but I think that's how you give it that like realistic or just like actual lighting effect. Once you carve out the shadows, you add the lighting back. Then I made the eyes glow, which is one of my favorite parts ever. And then yeah, that one is pretty much done. Like I said, this is my favorite one. I really like the way this one turned out, and definitely will be revisiting this like bust idea in the future. I've been getting really into that, like maybe like waist up, shoulder up, stuff like that. All in all, I really like the way this one turned out. And yeah, let's get on to the next one. Okay, so this OC is from my subscriber Hickson. Shout out to Hickson. And they also sent me a little blurb about the character as well. Everybody just on a game. I appreciate that. So they said, this is my OC Timmy. He is my clown persona / OC. He is older than his twin. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, girl. What am I saying? So they said, this is my OC twin. Yo, you can't make this up. You can't make this up. Okay, one more time. Okay, so this is their OC Timmy. And Timmy is a clown persona. Okay, and Timmy also has an older twin named Jimmy, and both of them are party clowns. Now Timmy got a side hustle as an accountant, and also he hasn't seen Jimmy since they last gig. So I'm like, maybe they're estranged. Just a little bit of lore. Hickson, if you could drop some more lore down in the comments, we would all greatly appreciate it, because where's Jimmy at? Everybody want to know where Jimmy at, you know what I mean? Oh, and also Hickson said that they are 5'2", 20 to 23 years old, so in that range, hella young. But yeah, shout out to Jimmy. Wait, is this Jimmy or is this Timmy? Nah, shout out to Timmy, my fault. Timmy Tino Bennett, to be exact. Okay, so this first pose, I actually thought I was going to like it a lot. I did not have a reference, and I felt like it looked a little bit goofy. So I tried to play around with it as much as possible, but inevitably I could not get it to look right. So whenever I cannot get something to look right, I end up just starting over, because I just feel like there's no point in drawing something and actively working on something if you do not like the way it is turning out, when you could just easily start over. So then I tried to do a symmetrical thing, which I also didn't really like. I just felt like the build was not working, and because I didn't have any references, I was like, no, this is not going to work. So then I went in and tried to do another pose, and that is the third and final pose, and that actually ended up working, and I actually ended up sticking with this final pose. And I'm glad I did stick with this final pose, because I think it's pretty cool. As you can see, I popped it in the background to see how accurate it was, and I was kind of accurate. The arm was a bit too stiff, so I had to fix that. I think I was just too stuck on the juggling idea. So because I was so stuck on the juggling idea, I wanted to make the juggling work, even though nowhere in the description does it say that Timmy has to be a juggler. I literally was just like, oh, like, can he juggle? He's a party clown, like, juggle. You know what I mean? Like, juggle. But I was like, nah, he can do a different trick. Like, he literally could just do cards. Like, cards are a party trick, especially if he gets like really good at it. So I ended up just going with this card pose, and I thought that ended up looking really nice as well. And y'all won't believe what I did with this one. I had gotten all the way to the end of the drawing. You'll see. Totally forgot the white arm cuff. So I then had to go back and add it in later. So you will see that it is not in the sketch process, if you will notice. But I do go back and add it in later, so do not worry. I actually fixed my mistake this time early enough to know before it actually affects the drawing. So yeah, I did, like I said earlier, I did send them all these images, and that's part of the reason why I wanted to fix the pose and get it to look so nice and just not settle on something I didn't like, because I knew I was going to be sending it back to them. So I'm like, if I'm going to be sending it back to them, I don't want it to look bad. Like, I want it to look like, at least be happy with it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to at least be happy with it. Like, I feel like that's the bare minimum when you're doing art. You should at least like it. You know what I mean? That's why I ended up changing the pose as well. Oh my god, this background almost single-handedly took me out, y'all. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to add. I was like, what should I add? I don't know. So I ended up just going with the smoke that was in the reference photo. I don't know if this is giving smoke or if it's giving like early 2000s, like weird, cringy, like high school photo. But either way, I do like the way it looks. It ended up looking really cool. And the cards as well. I was actually shocked at how well the cards ended up coming out. Like, if I squint my eyes and turn my head to the left, I really do think that's like an actual deck of cards. Like, it really looks like an actual deck of cards. Because who's going to go in and draw every little... Like, maybe you would. Maybe you'll go in and draw every single detail on every single card. But sometimes you just gotta allude to the detail. It's my favorite thing to do. Allude to the detail. Make them wonder what's going on. Okay? So that's pretty much what I did with all these cards. I think they look really good. Like, I'm looking at them right now and I'm like, wait. I low-key ate just a teeny tiny bit. Yeah, but I just went in, added some more highlights, added some more lowlights. I don't know. I don't know what my rendering process is right now. I feel like I'm going through like another art growth. It's just weird right now. I'm really trying to figure it out. I do like the way this one turned out, though. I think this is one of my favorite poses of the bunch. Probably my second favorite pose, actually. Yeah, this is definitely my second favorite pose. I like how dynamic it is. And I did end up sending the final to them. And I actually ended up sending the final to all of them. Before this video will go up, they should have all gotten the actual photos. They don't know that they're getting them. So hopefully it'll be a nice, pleasant surprise. Hopefully they like them. I didn't see a reason as to why I wouldn't send it back to them. It's not my OC, you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't really care to have a copy of it, but I'm pretty sure they would care to have a copy of it. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. If you guys made it to this portion of this video, I just want to say thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. Comment down below any other video ideas you guys want to see. Also, everybody say thank you down in the comments for the people who sent their OCs to even make this video possible in the first place. Like, that's you know, shout out to them. But yeah, this video was super fun. I really liked how it turned out. I will do it again in the future when I give myself more time. I think I kind of rushed it a bit this week, but that's okay. I'm trying to get back into the groove of things, take more time on my art, make better art. But yeah, all that aside, I really had a good time with this video. I really hope you guys liked the video. I really appreciate you for watching, and with that, I will see you guys in the next one.